Hey, Jonathan, after watching the tape, what can you say about what the 49ers did offensively that obviously gave the defense some trouble there?
Well, they're a team where I think they're second in the league in pre-snap movement. So that's a big thing where a team will try to do a bunch of things to mess with your eyes and just try to hold the ball as long as they could to identify what coverage you're in, and just try to make plays and make checks off of that. So, but it honestly it just came down to executing, and it was on us, and just everybody being where they're supposed to be playing, team football, and so that was a big thing. We just all had to execute.
Mark Cody?
Hey, Jonathan. I'm just curious about the play calling in this, the transition from Matt Eberflus to Eric Washington. How was it different for you guys? And is that going to be something that will realistically take you guys a little while to get used to?
No, I mean we have our calls, we have our staples. Like I said, it came down to executing the plan. That was the biggest thing for us. We just had to make sure everyone's doing their job first and foremost. Do your job first and then help out. And we'll play the call, whatever the call is. If we're all 11 on the same accord and doing our job, man, we can play whatever call it is. So that was a big thing. So, but like I said, we have our staples. It's just more so doing self scout, trying to break tendencies, and like I said, every all 11 executing.
Thank you.
Colleen? Hey, Jonathan. Thomas mentioned yesterday that he thought there were some communication issues defensively. What can you guys do to make sure that's kind of cleared up this week?
Just really hone in the details. I think that's what it was. Just everybody being on the details, everybody seeing everything the same way. So that's where we did have some communication issues, but like I said, it was just everybody has to be on the same page, and just do their job. So it takes all 11.
Courtney?
Hey, Jonathan. When you take a look at George Kittle, and I know there were a couple times where he was really on the receiving end of these explosive plays. What was there a common theme there? Because I know there've been a couple tight ends that the defense has had a little trouble containing this year. Have you noticed anything about whether it was T.J. Hawkinson, Evan Ingram, or him that kind of became an issue?
No, I just they had some good play calling. I mean, he got screens. Those are a big part of his explosives. You do a play action and you get guys, running back and you run a screen. So it's just good play calling by them. So hats off to them. But like I said, it's just we're like when we're all doing our job and everyone's on the same page and just being where you're supposed to be. That's really how you stop that. So I wouldn't say it's like a thing with tight ends. It was like I give it to the play call. And it was, they had a couple good play calls in there. They call screens on good downs and they just kind of catch you whenever you might be dropping back in zone or you might be doing a blitz and they might catch you on the screen. So I just feel like it was, comes down to, hats off to them. There was a couple good play calls they had, but we just gotta all get back to the basics and keep working. So
Pat Finley?
Jonathan, on those miscommunications, how do you qualify how much of it is due to the fact that there's a new play caller and just a new, order of things, and just kind of the miscommunication that Kyle Shanahan just can put defenses in?
I wouldn't say it's anything with the new play caller because we still have the same defense, So we've all been with each other since the spring. So the plays are the same. It's just different flows. So like I said, it just comes down to us communicating and like us executing it. That's all. But that's just like I said, is a big part of their game plan is a bunch of pre-snap movement. You get guys moving laterally, and you just try to catch guys' eyes for a split second and get a gap or get a pass. So that's like I said, that's what I attribute it to.
Mark?
What, in your opinion, Jonathan, what has been going on really in the first halves of the last two games? And I know it's been offense and defense, but specifically the defense giving up the big chunk plays 2 weeks in a row in the first half. To what do you attribute that? Why is that happening now? Whereas maybe early in the year, we would not see halves of football like that from this defense.
You get more film. Teams, they watch you more. They see your tendencies, and they just try to catch you in premier looks, to where their plays will work. So that's really what we feel. Teams that might be a good play call where it's like, okay, hats off to you, but we still are. Our mindset is a bend don't break, team. So they might get down to the red zone, but other than this last game, we've been doing a pretty great job of when teams get down there, hold them to 3 points and get the offense time. Whenever they would get going and we're holding teams to three, like it gives us a chance. So that's really what I say. It's just just got to be able know that certain plays that we have beaters, and just knowing and anticipating a team trying to run it, and setting it up a different way, whether it's motioning to it or so. But it's just it's a chess match, man. It's part of football, so you just gotta be able to overcome it.
Last question, Nick.
Jonathan, on Monday, Thomas Brown said that he still believed in the culture in the locker room, being able to kind of persevere through this losing streak that you guys are in. What gives you confidence that the culture right now in the locker room can withstand what you guys are going through right now?
Because we're so close. Everybody's so close, man. You out there playing for your brother. You playing for pride, like regardless of the situation, the scoreboard, our record. No one's going out there to lay an egg, or you going into a game not trying to play as hard, because it's still a standard that we all have to uphold. And just with the leaders, and the vets that you have on the team, like it's guys you don't want to let down. Like I couldn't see myself taking plays off, and then KB's out there playing hard, just because guys that you look up to, your coworkers, and so that's the thing, man. We it's too much love in the locker room for us to even have a doubt of guys gonna start splitting or pointing fingers, man. So we're a close team, just a lot of those close games haven't went our way this year. So we just gonna keep fighting, man. That's all we know.
Awesome. Thanks, JL.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Cole? After kind of going back and watching the film and just seeing, what this 49ers defense was doing, did anything surprise you guys by what they presented and obviously what the game plan was going towards that game?
Yeah, I mean, looking in the first half, I mean, honestly, got to give them credit for some of the calls they had defensively early in the game. Really looking at that first half. Just that they were in some good looks there against some of the run schemes and some of the pass schemes on third down. So yeah, just kind of got to give credit to them on some of the calls that they were in against some of the things that we presented.
Colleen Kane.
Hey, Cole, what have some of the conversations been like between you and the offense and coaches, just about what you guys need to do to start games better? And, what have the coaches' feedback been about what they can do to kind of put you in better positions, I guess, maybe to start games better?
Yeah, I mean, I think as players, it just comes down to executing and being better in the execution. And I know we said a lot about that throughout the year, but we just got to be better there and execute better early on in order to get the fast start that we want.
Next question, Courtney.
Hey, Cole, can you walk us through the 2-point drop and kind of like what happened in that sequence?
Yeah, just dropped it. Can't let the ball get in my body there. So just got to catch it with my hands.
Pat Finley.
Cole, a couple of guys said that, practice last week was good. The vibes were good. The energy was good. How surprised were you just by the way the game went? And does that inform, does that give you caution as to, okay, we can have a good week, but we still need to do it on Sunday if we plan on getting out of this losing streak here?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we had a good week of prep, and I think when it just came down to the game, we didn't execute. And I mean, give them credit too. They, like I was saying earlier, they had some good calls against us for some of the things. It doesn't give me caution. I know that our process is right, and we had a good week, and you just got to keep doing that, and you got to just be better on Sunday.
Mark Cody.
Big call. I know we keep asking you forms of this question, but the losing streak keeps getting longer, obviously at 7 now. what's the mindset? Is it just gotten to the point where it's ridiculous in your minds that it's gotten to this point of 7 straight losses? Like what is the talk amongst yourselves when it comes to that? Because obviously it's astounding to the outside world.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I mean, for me, it's been a lot, man. This isn't easy, and for sure, you know, for me, a lot of individual mental battles you go through in your head. You know, I feel like I've definitely been through a lot here, and you know, I've been through my fair share of losing streaks, and this is definitely not easy. This has definitely been a mental battle, and you know, trying to grind through this from a mental standpoint, and in terms of everything, just from my standpoint that I've been through, and trying to deal with this, and you know, I know that there's areas that you know, I look at myself where I got to be better, and you know, I gotta do a better job, and I got to do more on the field, and it's just tough to be in this spot right now. I mean, because I've been in this before, and it's just tough to see things going down the way that they have been, and but look, this is the situation that we're in and that I'm in, and you know, I thought I had a good talk with my dad the other day about you know kind of perspectives moving forward, and you know, at this point, you know, he had a great thing that he said to me. It's like, as as dark as this might seem in the moment right now, you know, you got to have perspective as to what you get to do. And you know, he was saying, you know, he'd give anything to go back and just to play one more game and to be in the shape that I'm in right now, and to go out and play football. And I think that's kind of the perspective that I want to have going forward for these last 4, and you know, just enjoy it, being out there with the guys, put some really good stuff out on tape, and just enjoy each other's company while we go do it. So that's kind of where we're at this point. But I mean, overall, yeah, I mean, this process has it's been tough, man. It takes a toll on you mentally, and you definitely question things about yourself, and you got to fight those things, and but it's a hard deal for sure. And but I just you know keep the mindset that you know this type of adversity will only make me stronger going forward.
Colleen Kane.
Looking ahead to Monday, obviously you guys just played the Vikings a couple weeks ago. What did you take away from that game that you feel like is going to help you guys kind of, you know, have success in this one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously seeing the stuff that they've done and that they continue to do throughout the year with the pressure looks, and so just having answers to that, and you know, we got to be able to run the ball, and we haven't really done that too well the past few weeks. So we got to be able to run the ball on these guys, and just execute when it comes down to them showing their pressure looks, and all those things. So we just got to be on the details in that regard.
Andy.
Yeah, hi, Cole. Just getting back to the question about the streak for a second. How does this compare from a mental and emotional toll standpoint to the one a couple of years ago when it was clear that management was, you know, trying to line up a higher draft pick, as opposed to this season when you know when it's a team that has playoff aspirations?
I look at it no differently. Like I hated that talk then about the draft pick because none of us in here are playing for draft picks. So I mean, maybe that was something. I mean, that's something you have to ask management. I don't know, but like that's not anything that the players in the locker room care about. So it's equally just as hard. It's just, I think for me, when you do it over and over again, that's where it kind of takes the toll mentally. And those are the things that you got to fight through, and you just got to be able to persevere through. But yeah, I didn't have that mindset 2 years ago of, oh, we're doing this for a draft pick. That's not what my mindset was for sure.
Last question, Nick.
Well, this was another game for you where outside the 2-point conversion, you didn't have a target in the game. Do you go and talk to maybe Jim Dre or anybody when like those targets aren't happening? Because obviously you're one of the playmakers on this team. So is there anything that kind of goes into when a game doesn't kind of go your way with the targets or even opportunities for yourself?
No, I think at this point, man, I just my perspective on it is just to go out and do what I can in terms of whatever's called on the field. And yeah, I mean, like you said, like the 2-point, like obviously I got to be better, and I got to make that catch. And I've made those catches before. Drops haven't been an issue for me as of late, and I have great confidence in my hands, and all those things. Are just a lack of focus there, I think, and not wanting to use my hands, just letting the ball get in my body. So I mean, I'm not worried about that, and it's not something that I've struggled with, but obviously a thing that I got to get corrected. But yeah, in terms of that stuff, man, like I think we're just kind of at where we're at situationally, and I'm just here to be the best teammate that I can be, and do whatever I can on the football field, and however whichever way the ball rolls, it rolls, and it is what it is. But I mean, obviously, I'm a guy that I want to make plays with the ball in my hands, but if that's not going to not my role for a certain play or for a game or for a series or whatever it is, that's fine by me. I'm just going to go out there and do my job to the best of my ability.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Cole.
Nice.